links are homogeneous, I will definitely use myself, Atakan, and blah. But now imagine that, the links between this is, the lanes are very large, but here the links, the lanes, number of lanes between myself and Atakan, or Atakan and Tutsi, very small. So, even though it takes 1, 2, 3 steps to get there, I may prefer going in that direction. Now the meaning of the shortest path is L2. Now the question is, how I am going to make a decision whether I should use myself, Atakan, and Atakan Kutsi, or go to Gökhan and Kutsi? You need a measure.
Oh, let me rephrase it like that. For example, we are using GPS devices, of course. GPS is looking at all these alternatives and probably using the shortest path algorithm, right? Because you want to go, like, think about it in terms of cities. You're going from one city to the other. To make it simple, it's not taking you all the way from a long number of cities, travel all the way. But there's another thing that's important: the length. I mean, okay, two cities are linked. For example, you wanna go to Izmir from Istanbul. You will be passing through Bursa, not go to Ankara and then Izmir. They are equal in terms of shortest path. But what happens is if now I have the time, for example, between those two cities, then I will be looking for a path, although maybe there are equal number of links between them, but some links are faster than the other links. And of course the GPS is asking you, would you like to go from a faster road or from a shorter road? Like, because of the traffic, some of them are, maybe it is a longer route, but it is faster. So my whole shortest path algorithm has to change.
But then if we change this algorithm with something else, now you call it not shorter but faster, then again we can recalculate all the usages and still find the betweenness centrality. But now the definition of betweenness centrality is not dependent on the shortest path but the fastest path, whatever you call it. But still we can deconstruct and do this, calculate the highest probability linkages and break them and blah. What do you think? By looking at this, do you think the result is changed for this network? Now the one that Fuzzy uses. Suppose the links right now, the thicknesses of the links are exactly the weights that I've given you. Thicker the link, faster the process, for instance.
Yeah, but actually, this is also an algorithm, right?
Exactly.
We are doing the simplest case of this Dijkstra's algorithm.
The Dijkstra's algorithm is only for the
Sure.
shortest path. Now we need to do something else for the fastest.
We said that we are looking at time instead of length, but again we have something.
Exactly. We need to develop an algorithm for that. Suppose I give you this and okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it doesn't change. Yeah, it may be changed, but in terms of the algorithm, it's not.
The definition of the betweenness centrality, you mean? The concept, it's not changed. The definition is there. The highest usage probability link, or the link that is mostly used, the most used link, whatever. That is the betweenness centrality. That thing is not going to change.
No, what I understand is that what you're saying is you're given this. Now I have thicknesses. That means that, I don't know whatever that means, but I have some weights for the edges. And you're telling me to do the algorithm again, but this time weighted. If I I can use these weights in two different ways, right? I can either consider them to be
The fastest
in a way,
or the slowest?
yeah, the fastest or the slowest.
Mhm.
In one case, this will make the thick links thicker again,
Mhm.
make it even more thick.
Yeah.
But what is going to be interesting is the other one. What will happen? Will it remove all the weights? Everything will be uniform again?
It's like, imagine that now the thickest one is the slowest one, and you're going to go the fastest way. So then,
You got it? I mean, that's
So the other bridge is going to get thicker.
but most probably, for instance, in this case, I would expect that 5, 6,
And 6,
Excuse me?
and 6, 7.
6, 7.
for the viewers.
Parental discretion is advised.
You now stop the video and take a look at it. Now.
But I mean, the thing is, why we're having a discussion of this, because actually the homogeneous networks are rare, we have always the weighted networks, so while we're posing the problem, we should take those things into account and then act accordingly. This is what I meant. And for the transportation networks, biological networks, friendship networks, or whatever, the weights are intriguing and important. We
Right.
can- Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Yeah. But Toyota,
Anatol says that she's talking about you, how bad a person he is, and that
this is
kind of
what your
things.
exam was.
Yeah.
And whenever she approaches to consult your opinion, you always refuses her anyway.
Okay, now can you go on, please? What were you saying? We will do the translation.
Normalde şeyin resme bakarken hani toplam kişi sayısı bölü kullanılmış mı diye düşünüyorum.
Hangisi?
Yani mesela ben şey diye düşünüyorum. Hani 5 ile 7 arasında hani yani public transportation arasından ve hani şahsi araçlar diye düşünüyorum. Mesela bir insan işte 5 ile 7 arasında hani yani eğer şahsi bir arabası varsa direkt bu yolu kullanabilir ama genelde transportation'lar çok fazla yol dolandığı için yani büyük ihtimalle 5, 6, 7 yapacaktır ama içindeki insan sayısına bakarsak bir
Anladım.
şahsi
Ama bunları dinleriz, konuşuruz üzerinde ama galiba iki ayrı şey üzerinden konuşuyoruz. Bir, ben başlangıçta network'ü size zaten weightleriyle beraber veriyorum. Ve ondan sonra bittiğiniz senetleri altı hesaplatıyorum. İki, öyle yapmıyorum, homojen veriyorum. Ondan sonra bittiğiniz senet. Homojen yapıp bittiğiniz senetleri altı hesapladığımızda şu andaki durum çıkıyor zaten. Ama merakımız şey, mesela öyle bu network'ün üzerinde şey çok açık gözüküyor. Homojen olduğunda yani 5, 6, 7 arası iki tane cluster ayıracakmış gibi gözüküyor. Ben şöyle bir problem sorsam, bana başlangıçta weightleri öyle verin ki 2-5 arası, hatta 2-3 arası çok önemli çıksın.
Biz weight,
Weightleri
weight hesaplarken, yoldaki
Hesap-
weightleri
Ha.
topluyoruz. Mesela
bir saniye hesaplarken lafı şey, hiçbir weight hesaplamıyorum şu anda.
verdiğiniz weightleri...
Ben vermiyorum. Size soruyorum. Öyle weight ve ilk linklere
Tamam.
şu anda olmayan şeyin şu anda en düşük bir centralite çıkan en yüksek çıksın. Böyle bir weight bulunabilir mi gibi bir şey soruladır.
Okay, somebody has to translate this for.
Yeah, sure.
Because the subject was all about you, and
Yeah. Here is the
there
question.
was a big discussion.
So when we started doing the between the centrality analysis, the original network was homogeneous. There was no weight attributed to layers. And then exactly the thicknesses over there exactly shows the between the centrality and or the usage of each length. And what we understand from there, 5-7 is has the highest between centrality. And then if you break this thing and redo the between centrality analysis, then the next thing is going to be 5-6. And as a matter of fact, if we break the 5-6, then the whole network is going to be partitioned into two distinct dangling subnetworks. This is what we said, right? But
Did you
maybe,
say that again?
yeah. Suppose now 5-7 has the highest link, the highest between the centrality,
Yeah.
and if I break that link,
Yeah.
that breaking up this link, 5-7 link, is not going to create two separate subnetworks because there are still 5-6 and 6-7. Right? But now, in the absence of 5-7 links, I am going to recalculate the between the centrality for each links in the network. Then the highest usage, Kusit said it, turned out to be 5-6. And if I break 5-6, after calculating those, then we immediately see that the whole network is separated into two. And there will be no communication between them. Okay. Now, the question that we are discussing is the following. Would it be possible to create a network from the beginning? Not homogeneous network, but a weighted network. So that the most used link is not going to be 5-7 again, but say 2-3. Would it be possible to arrange
Yes, possible.
weight links in such a way that the highest centrality between the centrality link is going to be 2-3 points? Is the question clear?
Yes.
This is what we're discussing.
Just this question, this is moment. But so bridge yani nasıl diyeyim şimdi Türkçe'de
But
I don't know
whenever you
if I
say
have-
Turkish, then I have to translate this thing again one more time in English. Go ahead. Say in Turkish, then we will try to find a way to translate.
burada bence yapamayız çünkü diğer sub hani iki tane network vermişiz ya. Diğer network'te tek bağlantı noktamız 5, 6 ya da 6, 7 kalacak. Ya her türlü bu tarafa ne kadar verirsek verelim öteki tarafa ulaşmak için 5 ve 6'dan ya da 6 7'den geçmek zorunda kalacağız. O nedenle yine onlar bu örnek için bence weight'leri nasıl verirsek verelim en çok kullanılacak.
Peki, Emrecan. Emrecan first and Atakan.
No, somebody's translating.
Yeah, but I will translate all.
Oh, okay.
Maybe because there are going to be some. Okay, go ahead.
Tamam, ben hızlı bir şekilde Türkçe anlatayım o zaman. Şöyle diyeyim, şimdi bizim opsiyonlarımız arasında köprü yapmak ve köprü kırmak var mı? Yani
Yok,
orada-
başlangıçta nodlar bu, linkler bunlar.
5'li kalktı.
Yok, beşinci kalkmadı. Varsayın ki bu network'ün üzerindeki linkler aynen duruyor ama üzerlerinde hiç weight yok. Weight'leri siz öyle koyacaksınız ki
Tamam.
diye başladı.
Anladım.
So, you see that's why I...
Yeah, it's
Yeah, go
typical.
ahead.
İnsanların nerelerde yoğunlaştığını ve nasıl ulaşım tercih yapacaklarını bilmiyoruz eğer bir şeyden bahsediyorsak.
Ama yok, gerçek bir application'dan bahsetmiyorum. Benim için, bizim için çoğunlukla oyun veya abstrakt şey önemli. Böyle bir link verildiğinde bana üzerine öyle weight'ler koyun ki between the centrality alakasız başlangıçta hiç tahmin edemediğim bir yerde çıksın. Sorum açık mı? So we are exactly discussing the same question. Suppose that network is homogeneous. Please disregard the thicknesses on the links. Now I would like you to put weights on these links in such a way that the least used link now is going to be the most used link after you give the weight. Is it possible?
And Melih says it is not possible.
And
Yeah.
we choose weight infinity, such as
Okay.
such as 5 and 7 is infinity and it is nasıl diyeyim? İlk doğrusu o zaman mecburen 2-3 olacak ama biz seçebiliyor muyuz öyle bir şey?
Anything is possible. He's saying that if he were to make the 5-7 links, for instance, infinitely slow, then it's not going to be used anymore. So I was talking about assigning real numbers, and he pushed this into the limit.
But this is like cheating. It is yeah, it is same as removing the link.
It's okay. I mean, it is important, but for instance, his intuition at the beginning says, his intuition was, irrespective of the length, if this topology, we call it, if this configuration is set, irrespective of the lengths that we use, his initial hint in gut feeling or initial intuition is 5-7 or 5-6 or 6-7 always going to have the highest between the centrality. This is
That
what
was,
it
yeah,
is.
that was it, yeah.
That was it. So that says that the geography of the city, topology of the connections, may be in such a way that sometimes the playing with the weights may not alter the length which has the highest between the centrality, but it may change the secondary or tertiary important lengths. Like, for instance, obviously, if you have the case of Istanbul, then no matter how you do, unless you're exactly moving all the population from Asia to Europe, otherwise, then the Bosphorus Bridge, for instance, or the Fatih Sultan Mehmet Bridge is going to be the highest centrality. Or can we prove that? But
I'm not so sure about that,
Yeah.
for example.
isn't that nice? Can we make proofs like this? Yeah, we can, as a matter of fact. The other thing is, maybe sometimes the highest between the centrality is not the most important one. Maybe the second highest or the third highest are important because, in the case of evacuation plans, in the, after the earthquake, for instance, you would like to put the people in some places so that the city is going to be evacuated in the most efficient and the fastest possible way. Which part of the Istanbul you're going to select so that your evacuations are going to work efficiently or regularly, in a desired fashion. But we are still have some time, so we're going to find a way to discuss this.
Okay, break?
We have only strong and weaks now. We don't have positive and negatives.
Yeah.
The winds and the waves. We have strong and weak, we said. We didn't
Yeah.
have any. For instance, we can put only strong and weak to those. Zehra was saying local bridge definitions, and she's right.
Local what?
Local bridge,
Local bridge.
bridge.
Okay.
So, for instance, can we say that whenever we have a local bridge, that should have, irrespective of the weights on this, it is the highest between the central.
Yeah, so there's a correlation between bridges and
But it would be nice if
like
you come
embeddedness,
Huh?
like embeddedness and
Mhm.
between centrality.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what would be nice, you guys are müdavimiz in Turkish, they call it regular attendees of this course, and we appreciate that. What would be nice? If you just pick up this example and work on it a little bit, and try to show us something. It doesn't have to be mathematical proof, but just show us the way that you care about this problem and solve this. Then 50 points of your final exam is in your pocket.
It's a good deal.
I think there is a way to select 2 and 3 network to be the most important within centrality. For example, if we decrease the number of, if we decrease the weight of 1 tree, and then it will become, the weight will be on, for example, 1, 2.
Yeah, you see, Emrecan, this is what you're talking about. Why don't you, take your idea and work on it a little bit. Just dig in it and, spend some time on it. And then why don't you share with us so that, you can have 50 points. This is just the incentive, what we like to have in the special courses, we like to have open problems, we do a little bit researching more problems, and we'd like for you to, roll up your sleeves and work on it a little bit.
Are we allowed to kill any network or create any network?
You mean link?
I'm sorry, link.
To the extent possible, we'd like to start with the given topology, given network. But if this thing is going to help you in developing your line of thinking and line of thoughts, then it will be nice. It is also okay. For instance, you're saying that suppose 3-5 link is not there and you'd like to work on afterwards. Then go ahead and do that and let's see what's going to happen. Be liberal. Feel free about anything. Anything is possible. For instance, it will be really nice. When I say whenever there is a local village that has the highest centrality, and whenever the Bosphorus bridge is there, it should be the highest centrality, irrespective of the length. Kusi said he's not sure about that. Then it will be very nice, for instance, forget everything, create a network where there is a local bridge, and then you're redistributing the weights in the network of your own, in such a way that that local bridge is not going to have the highest centrality.
I wish I had this side of scale.
Right now. But it doesn't have to be now. You have a week, you have 2 weeks. As a matter of fact, at the end of this year, you have time to work on this, share with us, then you're done. So that thing is obviously true, not only at the company, but for all of you. So just do a little bit of research-minded, activity.
Okay.
You want to take a break?
I don't know, do you? Do you want me to go on? I can go on.
No, why don't we take it a little bit?
Okay,
Because I need to
we're in the break now.
wash my hands.